The algorithm is roofing Jules, and we're all confused along with her. What's going on and what's the present, I guess? We're discussing all this and more on a brand new episode of Unbinged starting now. Welcome to a brand new episode of Unbinged. It's me, Jagger May. That's Matt Kaufhammer, and we don't have Alfredo today. He is out of town, but luckily we brought on a guest. It's Caroline Thompson over with the Amityville podcast. Welcome, Caroline. If you guys hate her, let us know. We'll never bring her back again.
It's very likely.
It's very likely? Okay. Well, let us know in the comments, guys. Hashtag I hate Caroline. Hashtag not my Sam. All right, before we jump into it, Caroline, let's get a spoiler warning.
Okay. I would hope that at this point you would know that why would you be watching this if you hadn't seen episode 2 of Silo? But don't watch this if you haven't seen episode 2 of Silo, or if you're gonna be mad about getting spoiled, because that's kind of the whole point of the show, guys. Like, get it together. God.
Caroline, Alfredo would love this. She's the only one who has a longer spoiler warning than me. Alfredo's gone, so we're having fun, guys. We're having fun.
Daddy's away, so the children will play.
Exactly. We'll kick it to you first since you're the guest. Do we like the memory plot? Everything is about people not remembering shit here in 2 timelines. How are you feeling right off the bat?
I was annoyed with having 1 amnesia plotline, and then we got 2 concurrent amnesia plotlines. I'm not loving it, but hopefully, I will say, if her amnesia is not fixed, like at the very beginning of the 3rd episode, like I don't know. As I told you over text, I'm considering setting off a dirty bomb that creates a complex international chain of events, ultimately resulting in thousands of seemingly American citizens to being forced to live in a large underground silo that's controlled by an AI that can murder them with poison gas at any time. So I might do that if her memory issues are not fixed by, I don't know, 6 minutes into episode 3. So, national security risk over here. Perhaps the American government would like to step in and rectify this with Apple TV. Just a fair warning.
I think that's
good,
reasonable.
Shelley.
I think so too. Thank you.
Yeah. Dirty bomb to me, that's the floor. Like we can go like that's about a 7. You don't want me to see all the way go to 10.
Just don't touch my drum set.
No,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm struggling a little bit because obviously memory is a big theme of this show. It has been since the beginning, and we've kind of known that ever since the rebellion 140-ish years ago, supposedly, they haven't had a record of anything that's happened before that. So that's where relics tie in. And then you have, this doctor in the, I guess, our current timeline, or I don't see, that's where them fucking with the timeline. I don't know quite where things line up. So this doctor being obsessed with basically gatekeeping memories from his patients, and then that somehow leading into the silo is, I don't know how it all ties together. I'm looking at all these puzzle pieces. I'm trying to picture the big picture, and I'm struggling to see it, and it's getting frustrating because we've had 2+ seasons now of frustration and very little actual answers of what's going on beyond the immediate silo issues.
Yeah, I get that 1,000%. And it's not, what's crazy is you guys are experiencing this, and for me it's a different level of frustration because of book changes. And I never want to, and normally I'm very forgiving for these types of things, but it's not good when sometimes it's not done as well as what we've gotten it before. And I understand that we have to have some of these changes, but I do find it frustrating. And Caroline, we'll kick it back to you because I know you wanted to cut off Cough, and you're already a part of the show. We do that every time. But before we go any further, make sure that you guys hit the like and subscribe button if you're on your mobile device. Make sure to hit the hype button. It helps us out a lot. It helps me feed Kiba here, even though we're not making money off this yet, FYI, but you guys are doing a great job. Over on Apple, we need your help. We need Apple supremacy. Make sure to give us 5 stars over there. Spotify, you love us, and we love you. Keep giving us that support. Monday, we have House of the Dragon. We know that you guys were sleepy from the 4th of July, but we need you to lock the fuck back in because things have happened for episode 4. Then on Tuesday, we have a premium episode I don't plan that shit. That's Alfredo. So I don't know what it is, but we'll figure that out. X-Men 97, we were going to put that out weekly, but because things are picking up for us, we're going to wait for that season to end, and then me, Koff, and Alfredo will be back to talk about all the episodes of X-Men 97. Shout out to Aiden for asking on Twitter. We got back to you. Thursday nights, right away. If you guys are coming here next day, we will be releasing as soon as the episode ends at around 9:45, 9:50. So that'll be available for you if you want to watch the episode and then immediately see us. If you're a sicko, we love it. I think I've paid all the bills and I've done all the Alfredo shit that I don't like to think about. So we're going to jump right back into it. Caroline, you said that you were already had one plot line that you were tired of. Now we have the second one, and we have Daniel and his sister Charlotte. Fun fact, when she calls him Donald accidentally, that is his name in the book. Hardy har har, you did a thing called an Easter egg. So that was a fucking thing. How are you feeling about the new characters, and do you find it as a distraction or an addition? And is it too heavy-handed of foreshadowing?
I don't mind the thing is, as you were saying earlier, like, I do like the philosophical question of, like, who are we outside of our memories? You know, it's a good one. I feel that having Juliet be the mechanism for it is kind of crazy. I think that this amnesia plotline with Charlotte could have worked if the Juliet plotline was not happening at the same time, because I like that there is some sort of strange mystery that we're not sure about, tying this memory situation into the ultimate creation of the silos. I think that's interesting. I just think going back and forth is a little bit jarring. I think there was hold on, let me pull my notes up here. Like, I do really want to know about how all this came up, but like the cuts from the silo present to the like American past of today make it feel like two completely different shows. And like, I think there was something about the first and even the second season, at least before the last episode, I guess, that made our current era that we're currently living in feel kind of far off and mythological, which I think works really well for, a prestige sci-fi, dystopian future show. But then like cutting back and forth so constantly, like I felt like it was every other scene. It was like you're seeing Juliet deal with the issues of not remembering things, and then you're seeing Charlotte deal with the exact same issues, and it's just kind of like, I don't know these characters from Adam yet, and I don't need to spend like this much time with them, I suppose. I'm not opposed to meeting them, and I would like to understand like the history, and I like the prequel aspect of it. I'm not sure that it's working super well for me for the juxtaposition between the two. I think there might have been a more streamlined way to pull them together, but I'm not in any way a television editor, so I should not really be criticizing. But I don't mind, Congressman knockoff BJ Novak and his sister and his the reporter crush. Like, they're cool. Like, I mean, they seem interesting. Like, I feel like it's kind of a funny, like, you never really understand like what side of the aisle they're on. They always like make allusions to the fact that like he's on one side and the other senator's on the other, but it's like who. Like, I would like to know like the real politics here. Like, who am I rooting for?
It's crazy. We're so politically divided that we can't say that. Like, we can't pick a brand because we'll alienate half the country. Like, this is Apple TV. We already have thin margins as it is. Coffee, you were just going to say something.
So I theorize that the way this show's going, the older senator, the redheaded senator, her and the memory doctor conspire together to utilize the drilling technology that BJ Novak knockoff character created in the Army engineers, and then tie that in with the memory fuckery, and that's what creates the silo. And then their retaliation against Iran was a false flag dirty bomb in America set off by their own agents so they could justify attacking the Middle East. The only thing I don't know that ties anything together is that black ooze shit that she flew through and encountered. I don't know what that is. Is that some sort of like symbiote alien thing? Is that an AI cloud of nanobots? Like, that's the only plot line I have no idea where we're going with.
Evil pollen.
It's what?
Evil pollen.
Imagine the allergies you get when you fly into a cloud of evil pollen.
Yeah.
Like I would
So
want to
this is-
lose my memory too.
Is this the following now or the happening? Like, are the trees mad at us?
The trees are angry,
Should
Cough.
be. They have every reason to be angry, and honestly, I'm on the side of the trees. So.
They really do.
Yeah. Close, tight shots of confused Mark Wahlberg right here. Yeah, and it goes back to my question, like, and I guess you guys already got there on your own because you're professionals and you guys can think. Which kind of brings it back to my first circle is the foreshadowing too heavy-handed. Because, like, is the dirty bomb real? You know? Is the dirty bomb real at that point? Because that is the real intrigue. That is the real intrigue of the plot line. Obviously, we could tie all the things together about the drilling. Like, how did we get in the ground? I don't know. It's I love it. Kmart, BJ Novak. What's crazy is like BJ Novak's only done like one thing ever.
And you know, this guy's like an upgraded BJ Novak. I'll give him that. Like he's like.
Is he more fuckable or is he?
Yeah, I would say so. Like, I mean, at current version for sure. Like, I don't know. He looks like somebody that like I could understand. You know, getting into like a decades long situationship in which like I give birth to his children and then he never acknowledges them. Like, you know, this is inside baseball. BJ Novak, Mindy Kaling gossip. You know.
Write it down.
But...
Caroline likes big head, small body niggas. So let's.
It's like the opposite of Sam. Sam likes some little head, big body.
Yeah, she does. You're literally reverse Sam.
It's like reverse Flash.
Bizarro Sam, or is she a Bizarro Sam or is she Sam's Wario?
Oh.
Put us in a room together and we'll find out. Yeah.
We'll find out.
Okay. I actually want this to happen. Was the black ooze stuff she encountered on the mission? Cough, you added that question. Thank you. And you got it out yourself. Congrats. A great subway. I should be a better host. Which brings us back to the other memory problem that we have here that ties everything together. Because, again, obviously, Victor, as we saw it, he's like casually, he's like, yeah, I've made something very apocalyptic and it's cool, but I'm helping a vet or two. And by helping them, I mean letting them forget that we killed all of her colleagues.
Test subjects.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't
love
love
me
that?
a guinea pig. I love the way that the mental gymnastics, he didn't even like try to like play it off. He's just like, yeah, here's why I convinced myself and sleep at night, you know?
And also the senator's daughter like defending him, being like, well, I mean, I think he's been through enough trauma. It's like I don't know that, like, you know, yeah, the death of his wife and child in a car accident at his hand is
he was
sad.
responsible for.
Yeah, like that's sad.
He was
But
responsible for it.
has he deleted his memory of that? Because if not,
I
then
think
like
so.
Do you think so? Okay, interesting.
Mm-hmm. I think he's been fucking with his own memories long enough that he's been able to convince himself what he's doing is good and right and not maniacal and evil, because that is some crazy shit to go into someone's mind and be like, this memory's not worth you remembering, but I want you to remember this. And then I'm going to tell you a little Inception white lie and hope that grows into something later on. Like, that's where I think they're basically poisoning the silo water supply with this memory drug. And I'm guessing Camilo's going to be, and this new council is going to be immune to the effects, or they're going to have their own supply. And then they're going to be able to weave whatever story they want and talk about how they quelled the rebellion and saved the silo. And this is a repeat of what we saw from Salvador Quinn's group 140 years ago. So again, it's the cyclical nature of the silo keeps repeating.
Yeah.
I almost hate that they're focusing on this aspect more. And maybe and again, I said I wasn't going to do this, but we try not to talk about book versus show here, because there's a lot of pods that do that. You can watch like 10 things you didn't know about Who Gives a Fuck. But I like it when you just kind of gloss over things, because in the book, you're like, yeah, man, we got this shit that fucks with their memory, and they just kind of move on, you know? Like, what's the science? Who cares? And I'm fine with that. I don't need the illusion. Now that they're poking at it, I'm poking at it, because essentially they're saying, if we roofie everybody, no one will have questions. Like, have you guys ask Cosby how that worked out for him? People have questions, people have questions. So,
well, and this is more than just a roofie too, right? Like it like, as the doctor says, it like completely erases like the book of Charlotte, and then he says they'll stop the medication and then you can fill in the memories. But like, I don't think, I mean, I don't know. I just don't think that a memory, it could possibly be the same as hearing somebody tell you something that happened. Like I do understand that like human memory is very fallible, right? Or fallible. And so, the things that we remember are not perfect. And, I might be remembering something from my childhood that actually is just like something that my mother has told me over and over again, but I was still there, right? Like I still experienced the moment at some point. So like, how much of that, I don't buy that like you could fill in an entire life's worth of memories. And also like, how, I know they say they can pick and choose what you forget. So obviously they're making it so that she's not forgetting how to swallow. She's not forgetting how to eat. She's not forgetting how to breathe. She's forgetting just like very basic aspects of who she is as a person and her life. Why would they delete her entire memory from her childhood? And then why would they make them fill them back in if they can really control what memories they're deleting? Why not just delete her memory? I'm sorry, I feel like I'm going back and forth of the two concurrent amnesia plot lines, but I'm talking now about Charlotte. Like, if you're looking at Charlotte, why not just delete her memory of what happened on the mission? And if you're looking at Juliet, why not just delete her memory of what happened outside? Because I will say one thing that really bothers me about Juliet's plotline is like, why the hell is she mayor? I would be so fucking angry if I were Juliet waking up.
Like, did they do the same thing to Mayor Jean's? Is that what they're trying to tell us? That this is again another repeat?
I don't know.
Because I feel like the same affectation that Mayor Jean's had, where she's just kind of like to me, Mayor Jean's always felt like she was kind of in a like a cloud of some sort of like antidepressant. And this is what Juliet feels like. So I wonder if they were also drugging Mayor Jean's so that way the real villain, if you want to call him that, Tim Robbins, head of IT character, could just do whatever he wanted with impunity.
This is good to talk about the algorithm and things that are very good about this show that came from like the source material that goes really well. I think that it's very relevant that they have data like over all of this. Like we got years. He said we have like 352 years of data that says that this is the way of doing this. So we're like, they just like we have the pact, they had the thing that was called the order, and like this is what's happening now. So I think why we're using this playbook and why she ended up mayor is, and why we think it's the algorithm is, they've lost the facade of what's happening outside because Juliet came back, and that's unprecedented. And you need to build a new facade, and you can't completely erase everything and start from zero. So you needed like what this goes back to what you said about the human memory being fallible, is like you build off things that are inherently true. So now you have Jules, who's basically fucking Jesus, and people are like, you went outside, I got a tattoo. And I think that's like why they're doing that whole like God thing. It's funny, they saw her in Dune and they're like, fuck yeah. And they're like, we can do that too.
Messiah Rebecca Ferguson.
Exactly. So instead of a siege, we have the fucking silos where they're going to do this in now. So to bring it full circle on here is that like, I think there's a reason why they have to have her do it. And I'm wondering, which brings me to my end point, is when they are done with her and they have no use for her, what are they going to do and what is their plan then? Because we already see that there's this underground weird fucking resistance starting already. It's just like, we saw the screens and they don't even know that shit's fake. So
yeah.
What is the point of that? I never understood. Why would they so the display is showing the actual outside, but when it faltered, it showed the fake display that they show inside of the helmet. Like, what is the purpose of the fake display inside the helmet but not inside of the silo? But also,
I think it's to inspire people to clean, right? Like to play it and to play it inside the helmet, you're like, oh my god, everything is it's a lie. I have to clean so everyone can see. And so I think that's the reasoning behind it, or maybe to make them like kind of like stand around in wonder and then like die on camera so that everyone can see them, I guess. But I don't.
Remember in the group chat cough when I said cough questions? That's a cough question. That's like 100, like that matters. You know, like,
Gotcha.
like yeah, like all those things have been thought out and planned. And again, you got to think. And you aren't here for episode 1. I described it of all our bunker shows that we've watched. Paradise is if they poorly planned a bunker and it's the first year or two and went in it. Fallout is if they poorly planned bunkers on purpose and it's only like 100 years. Now we're in Silo. We've been in there a fucking minute, generations at this point. So this is where we're at when they get really, really fucking good at bunkering people, you know. Yeah. So that's
and not
key
purposely
point.
Fucking with the inhabitants like Fallout, or are they still kind of fucking with the inhabitants? Because it feels
they're
like
not fucking with them. They're not fucking with them to fuck with them. Like I don't. The Asylum wouldn't last this long if they were fucking with them to fuck with them, but they are fucking with them to keep them in there and surviving, right?
Yeah,
because that would be the only purpose. So
yeah,
like it's. You're constantly in the crib. You're in the cradle constantly. It's like you can hurt yourself still, but there is a lot of parenting going on, and that's still ethically wrong when you're an entire population and maybe the last people on Earth. So
yeah, I guess it does. You answered my question. My question of like why the hell is she mayor at all was more of an existential question. Like obviously the reason she's the mayor is because the algorithm says that that's what needs to be done in order to keep people, you know, not rebelling. But like I just from a realistic perspective, if I were to, as Juliet, wake up from a coma or whatever after being burned within an inch of my life with no memory, I'm stuck in an underground bunker and I'm mayor of this like clunky ass society. Why would anyone vote for why would anyone vote in a bitch with early onset Alzheimer's? Like, come on. Like, I don't know. Everyone in the silo is so obsessed with her. She low-key does not seem confident at all. Like, she's confused about everything. She doesn't remember anyone. And then another thing that really pisses me off about this memory plot line, and I'm sure we'll get into this in another part of this, but like, everyone is such an asshole to her. All of her former friends and comrades and like family are like, they treat her as though she is doing this on purpose, as though she's like for all they know, she has a traumatic brain injury. And Shirley is just like, I can't talk to you. Like, girl, that's your best friend. Like you waited outside her hospital room, like hoping. And do you think that like not speaking to her and being an asshole to her is going to like bring back the woman that you miss? Like it's actually probably going to turn her into someone that hates you. So yeah. It drives me insane. Every single interaction that like Juliet has with somebody that knew her before is just like so hostile and insane given the circumstances. Like, are you guys unaware of like that? Like how would being mean to this person help you in the long run? Like, I get that they might not trust her. They probably think she's being controlled, which is true. But like, I don't think that like being mean to her is going to help her get out of the clutches of Camille. It's not. Like you gotta like open the door a little bit, Shirley. Like, oh my God.
In their defense though, they don't know what stars are, so I don't know how smart they are as a population. So
well, is there something? There's emotional maturity on things, and I'm gonna dump so much shit on you guys when we get off here because I can't contain it. I have to do it for the pod, but like Shirley is so fucking annoying in this show, and I hate this kind of character. I hate it in men, especially. And now they've just like, well, what if we make this character female? No, I hate the person. It's not the fucking gender that I hate. That is just like every interaction is them screaming and being emotional for no reason. And I think that as a writing standpoint, they're like, well, they're going to be the firecracker that everyone loves. Like, no, man, people actually love when people are hot-headed in a fun manner that's realistic, not just someone who's like shitty to work with. Like, imagine if you're her coworker. Like, I'm a fucking curmudgeon. I'm a piece of shit to work with, and Shirley would grate on me. I'd be like Shirley, I need you to keep that shit over there. Like, take her and mutter to your fucking self, lady. You know.
Yeah, it's baffling, honestly. It just, and it takes me out of the story a little bit because I just don't feel that that is actually how an adult woman in her 30s would react. Despite her, not knowing about stars, she doesn't know about science, but she like understands the power of friendship, right? Like we all do as we
Right.
grow. Like I do think that like if my best friend suddenly lost all of her memories of me and like wasn't speaking to me because she didn't know who I was, I wouldn't turn on her and then when she reached out to me asking for help, I certainly would give her that help, and I wouldn't just like turn on her and not speak to her. Like it doesn't narratively make any sense for like the bond that we know that they have, and I just think it's lazy writing, honestly.
To
Oh yeah.
expand on what you were saying, like I think it would, because sometimes you can trigger feelings that are actually your feelings, but because of psychology, you may bury these feelings for people because you love them. They've been in your life. Like all of a sudden, Jules is like, "Man, you triggered a memory, and that memory is that you're a bitch." Like I do not like, you know, like all you get as a feeling is like, "Man, you make me feel terrible all the fucking time," and that's the only thing that she remembers, which brings me to Alfredo. Actually left this question for last time. We didn't get to it, so I'm going to make him sad by using it right now. What would be the memory that would trigger you? Koff, we'll start with you.
Jesus, that's not a light question at all. Um,
I wonder if it's going to be really happy or horrific or like...
no, it wouldn't be horrible. It'd probably be something. Probably the day my dad got remarried, and like I was like 8 years old, 9 years old, 8 or 9, and I was able to go to Islands of Adventure with like my family, and like it was just a really cool day getting to spend with like my uncles and my brother. So yeah, probably that. It's a happy memory.
Yeah.
So
I don't
you're on
know.
some
I don't
Patronus type shit.
gotta think back to those happy memories. I don't think there is a single memory that could like bring me entirely back to myself, because who are we but just a collection of all of our memories. So I might, if I were to remember some happy moment from childhood, I might remember who I was in that moment, but like would I remember who I was after that, or or would I don't know. I don't think that there's an easy answer to that one. And yeah, so I think I would just end up staying lost.
So Caroline's fucked. Koff would want some happy shit. Me, I'd be fucked too because my memory is of my biological mother going to prison after murdering someone and the cops coming telling me. So anyway, which is a great
Well, maybe that's
segue
one of the
to
ones you would want to tell yourself a different story about, right? Maybe you could like, you
Yeah.
give yourself this drug and you're like, no, like that was she just went away to a farm actually.
That's like at the end of the movie, you do the cliche where you're like, "Hey Doc, there's one thing I do want you to change." Almost like, "Bye, Jagger. I'm going to abandon you to go to a farm of all moms."
But haven't we already seen why we don't do this? And isn't that the entire point of the Turtles? Sunshine of the
Sunshine
Of
Spotless
the
Mind?
Spotless Mind. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, that
I was-
the name that I can't say ever because my
Yeah,
mouth does
because
it
like
for me
maybe
words.
we are more than our memories. I mean, that movie would posit that we are. That movie would posit that like we are actually just like, creatures of habit and will continue to run the same cycles over and over whether or not we remember. And I guess that's kind of a
Right.
larger metaphor
It's
for
like-
society in general, because it's like if we forget, then we are doomed to continuously repeat the same cycle, which is what the algorithm is designed to do. The algorithm is a
Yeah.
like
a
physical
spiral.
manifestation of this concept of like those who are those who forget the past are doomed to repeat it, and that's the algorithm's MO. They want us to forget it so that they continue to repeat it.
I think this is like that'd be depressing as fuck to find out. It's like, man, you're just born to like flighty bitches who don't actually love you that much, dog. That's just you. That's like do you like toxic men? That is sorry, man. That's
Spoilers. We're creatures of habit.
yeah.
Well, who knows? Maybe Sila's going to take a different turn. Maybe Sila's going to say that we are our memories and we can change them. If we change our memories, we can change who we are, or we can change, if we change who we want to be, we can decide to make changes with our memories. I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
Save the cheerleader, save the world. That's what I think.
Throwback.
Yeah. No, there's a memory for you. Let's go to the weird
That is an interesting. Sorry,
Oh, go ahead.
I just want to talk about that. Is an interesting theory though, because if you take somebody like Patrick Kennedy, right, who is a faux leader of this underground resistance, if you
That
could
was my
brainwash him,
Damn.
there you go. Sorry, if you could brainwash him, change his memories, could you then turn him into one of your like most ardent supporters? Would be like, no, the silo has to be kept closed off. So if you could change their memories and potentially change their entire personality, what does that say from not only a morality standpoint, but from like, shit, you could then control anyone you want if you can have access to their memories.
Yeah, because I think it's two things. What we're talking about is nature versus nurture. There's a term for it. And I think it's both do work in tandem. Like, you could have been a good mom and still raise a fuck ass. You know, like, that's just, like, your kid just sucked. That's on you for having sex, I guess, you know.
There were never any signs, though. What are you talking about?
You know. But on top of that, we are our memories, because, like, I was having an existential crisis in Alfredo, my work wife. I was telling him, I'm just like, hey, man, I deal with, like, I'm constantly in fight or flight mode, and I have to unlearn certain things, you know, because, like, not everything is bad, or whatever experience that you have for someone, it's not always your fault, or it's not always a pattern that is because of you, or sometimes it is, like, and you figure that out by going to therapy is my point. So with that being said, I do think you are 100% right. You could take Patrick Kennedy, and let's just say you weren't a piece of shit to that person, and you were just good to him. He probably wouldn't be an angry little mechanic throwing shit and starting resistances, you know, like I think he was pretty upset from episode 1 because his wife died. You know, I feel like there's valid things that happen to make a nigga mad, you know? So if you just like erase some of that shit, maybe it goes away. But the real question, does our brain work like a hard drive, where it's like, no matter what you look at, the FBI can probably find it unless you put a hole through that hard drive. FYI, you weirdos. So
Give it tips on.
Do I have tips on deleting shit?
No. What you do is you send it to the FBI and ask them, hey, can you find anything that's not supposed to be on there? And then, you know, they send it back to you clean.
Perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, do that, guys. I want to see what happens. Down in this resistance, it's Sandy, Computer Boy. This is straight up, I'm building a team, and it's just a collection of motherfuckers I do not care about.
It's not just Computer Boy. It's tall ginger Computer Boy. Like we got a double whammy.
Is there two Computer Boys?
I know. I gotta say,
ginger.
The moment she was pulled into that room and they all are unmasked, I think I let out an audible groan. I was like, oh, okay. I was wondering where these guys were gonna be, and here they are, I suppose. So
it's the whole like I still don't like you. Why, dude? What have you learned to still hate Jules, man? It's like, now it's just like a thing, and it's not funny.
And also, they immediately clock that she's been taking the memory suppressant drugs, and then continue to be a bitch to her. Like, you are why are you being mean to her? You know what the issue is. You know this isn't her fault. You understand more than anyone else in the entire silo what the issue is, and yet you're gonna just continuously be like, yeah, this is why we always hated you. Huh? This could be like, this is the mayor. You could make an allegiance. It just drives me up the wall.
Blame the victim. Just because we're 400 years in the future doesn't mean that anything's changed in this country.
Do you think we're in this country? Like, that was a question that I had that I meant to add to the show sheet. Like, do you feel like this is America, or is this... I mean, you might know, but for those of us who have not read the book, like, are we in Iran? Maybe it's like, is this where they were doing the drilling?
There are colored people in there intermingling. Not my America.
Hashtag not my mayor.
Could they be in another? Could they be in another country? Huh.
Yeah, I mean,
I
who
hadn't
knows?
considered
Are they
that.
even on Earth? Like, another question.
Let us know in the
Like
comments.
terraform?
Unless you've
Yeah.
read the book, then shut the fuck up.
Jagger can't say anything.
By the way, guys, please do shut the fuck up in the comments. So, like, in the book, actually, don't do that in the comments either. Like, no spoilers in the comments. Be nice. You can text your homie, fuck their life up. That's between y'all. But don't do that to my audience. Don't do that to Matt's audience. Caroline, you're new here, so you don't get to say shit, but to sit there.
Yeah,
so-
I don't mind spoilers personally, so you can text me instead of leaving a YouTube comment. Just send me a DM maybe with your thoughts about how this compares to the book, and I will be interested to hear because I haven't read the
Gentlemen,
book, but
I'll leave Caroline's number in the comments in the
ladies
description
as well.
And, ladies as well. She's open for business. The catalyst for another resistance is clearly Jules at this point, and we're getting this setup of is Jules going to die, or is there going to be resistance first? Do these happen at the same time? Like, we know how season 8 or 9 is going to look, or are they going to House of the Dragon season 2 us, right? Let's just get past that. So, Koff, what do you think is going to happen first? Patrick Kennedy's going to do something dumb, or they're going to try to kill Jules before?
No.
Like, who's going to piss off Computer Daddy first?
Oh,
Cute.
it's gonna be Patrick Kennedy.
Oh,
Well, good point, because we did have the nurse finding the pill, the unchewed or uneaten
That
pill in
fucking
the
nurse,
sink.
man. What is her deal? How much is she getting paid? She can't. She's
also-
a
A lot,
nurse in an
apparently.
apocalypse. It can't be a lot, you know.
I don't know. She's getting paid some sort of benefit because she's doing some overtime. So potentially they could be trying to take Jules out, but I think Patrick Kennedy's going to jump the gun and do something stupid first. My whole thing is, if I'm in leadership and you don't want the entire silo to die by breaching the exit, you take one of these idiots and be like, hey, you want to go outside? Cool, go outside without a suit. See what happens. And then problem solved, because they will die immediately.
yeah, and they
So it
won't
doesn't
see
matter if
the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if it's pretty or not. Everyone will see they die immediately without a suit. So it's like, even if it's pretty outside, it's still deadly. It doesn't
Honestly,
matter what
yeah,
it looks like.
Throw Patrick Kennedy outside with a walkie-talkie and no suit and be like, hey man, describe
What do you see?
everything that you see, describe exactly what you're feeling, and I think that would solve it. But I guess that's not in the pact, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Now we got
we're
Sheriff
past
Billings
the-
rewriting parts of the pack. So you just put in Patrick Kennedy go fuck himself. There you go. It's a new rule.
the man who has undiagnosed anxiety. They're like, his hand
Look how
shake.
steady I am.
God forbid.
He has the syndrome. I love it. There's a future but the past. Like, it's full circle where you have consumption
anxiety.
or madness. Like, he's possessed. Hysteria. It's like, no, it's a mild autism at best. You know? Oh man.
Oh, he's really into trains, like super into trains. I don't know. We don't have any in the silo, but
Which, again, another good segue. Patrick Billings, I want to talk about his wife. Why should I care about her? Because I just don't at all.
Because she's on the wrong side of the resistance, and he's on the other side, and it's drama. I don't know. I don't care.
because
about
there
them.
needs to
It's just-
be like multiple marital conflicts happening at all times in the show, I guess. Like there always needs to be some kind of like intrigue between two people that love each other, even if we don't really care about either of the people that much. I mean, I care about I care about Patrick, but yeah, to your point, like I don't know. I think we've introduced enough characters throughout the course of this season to the course of the 3 or 2.5 seasons that we've seen of the show that I think we could have focused on that aren't. I don't think we need to be bringing up side characters. Like what the hell's going on in the other silo? Like we spent an entire season getting to know these other characters
Thank you.
and like TikTok. Like I'm curious.
Man, I should do this professionally because you guys know how to work associate moving down. Because I'm just like, Lucas is still alive. Cool. I would like to have known
Where
that
is
way
he?
before. Yeah, I would like to know that way before that Billig's wife is out there fucking moonlighting as like a street ninja. What's she out there doing? Like
She's a masked vigilante, like Batman.
She's out there thugging. She's the she's out there. She's the hero the silo deserves.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That was my question. Where the fuck is the other silo? Because like they are technically kind of almost dying, or like they're on the clock over there a little bit.
10 months.
There's limited
yeah.
food.
Well,
How much time has passed? Do we know? Like
3
since
months.
she got back? Okay.
3 months.
Allegedly. Well,
Right.
the people would
again,
know.
the time
people
factor
would
But
know.
I guess the
could
other
be-
people might know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But wasn't the whole 10 months thing because of the water pump, and didn't Jules fix that before she left? That was the whole plot line of her like staying there because otherwise
Yeah,
the
he
water
was holding
would have
her
kept
suit
rising.
hostage for a minute and like
Yeah.
made her do it before she left, and that was
Yeah,
why.
yeah, that
it
is
took her,
that is a thing. But like, I guess what I mean is like, there's going to be limited food, and everyone's eating there because where they were already foraging for food, and then
Right.
where Solo was at, that is built for like
That's
1
the
to
critical
2.
storage stuff.
Yeah, so like maybe the clock is longer, but we don't. I need Jules to remember that Steve Zahn's over there. I'm very attached to his character, so I
Yeah.
would like for him to come back.
Jimmy. Yeah, we need Jimmy back.
Jimmy Solo, just like Jimmy Steve from Shameless.
One thing I wanted to, I feel like we're kind of bouncing around here, but I just going back to the algorithm, and this might be like way out of pocket, but like, do you guys feel like the voice of the algorithm kind of sounds like the voice of the Doctor? Like, is that a crazy reach? I was like, did he like AI himself? Like, I thought maybe
I could see it.
had created like an AI version of himself, and he's the one that's kind of like running this from the grave. But
That's
I
what
don't
it
know.
feels like. That
Like a
absolutely feels
Fallout
like what it is.
situation.
Yep, Dr. House or Mr.
Yeah,
House. Yeah.
Mr. House. Yeah.
I also
And
Interesting.
that's
just
why I'm
theories.
thinking the senator and him probably linked up before everything went to shit to develop
Yeah.
these as like a
He slept
fail
with the
safe
senator.
situation. Well, I don't
Yeah.
know if they slept together. Maybe.
Just fucking with you, Kyle.
Who knows?
I mean, maybe they did, you know.
Yeah, mix a little business with pleasure. But having them be the architects of the silo would not surprise me whatsoever, because the senator seems like a very practical senator who wants to get shit done, and then you have the doctor who's willing to bend some morals just to get results. So wouldn't surprise me whatsoever if this leans into that dystopian
Yeah.
architecture.
It's also the way that the algorithm talks is very similar to the way, like, just like the cadence, and not necessarily the sound of the voice. But one thing that was struck me in this was watching I was kind of calling it silo chat. It's like Chat GPT silo style, but like silo chat like really speaks in riddles. Like I don't know why, because he's only talking to one person. Like he's sitting there talking to Camille, and he's like speaking as though he's like a sphinx, like blocking the entrance to a labyrinth. He's like, can you not just talk normally to her? She's the one person in the entire silo that you're like okay with talking to, but like you have to be like, the medication can only erase what was, but if she doesn't trust the narrator, it's like, can you just speak in English? Can you just say like, hey, like if she doesn't trust you, she's not going to believe you, and we're not going to be able to do like, let's just, but I don't know, maybe I'm just getting a little I want this
mysterious.
I want this
If it's not
memory plotline to be
mysterious, she
over.
won't listen to it. I mean, that's just basic psychology, right? No,
I
I'm
need
kidding.
all of
It's
the very
400
serious
years the
messages.
algorithm gets bored, and now he's just playing Dungeon Master. He's like, we'll let Jules live if she rolls a 6.
Speaking of going back a little bit, Lucas Kyle spoke to the algorithm, found the safeguard procedure pipe. What did the algorithm or the AI or whatever the fuck, what did it tell him that freaked him out so much that he basically was like, I quit on life, and then told Bernard, and then Bernard was ready to die. So what
Wasn't it
could
the
they have
safeguard?
said? But he already knew what the safeguard procedure was. He just, because the AI asked him, was like, do you know what the safeguard procedure is? And he said yes. And then it said something else that we couldn't hear. And that's what like triggered him to be like suddenly fatalistic. So when are we going to get that reveal of like what has, because it was also apparently the same message that turned Judge Meadows from, she quit being Bernard's shadow to being the judge in a similar situation. So again, there's all these like little mysteries that are tying together to make a really big mystery, and it's just really confusing for no reason, or it feels like it shouldn't be as confusing as it is, and it all ties back into this dumb fucking memory bullshit.
Find out next time on What the Fuck is Happening.
Erase your
Episode
memory
23.
Actually, the best thing you can do here is just completely erase your memory of watching any episodes of Silo, and then just go back to season 1, episode 1, and I think you're gonna be really happy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let us rebuild your memory for you.
Yeah. I just, every time I keep thinking of Arrested Development with Job, like,
Tobias.
it's easy to forget. Like, anytime there's a problem, that's what the algorithm does. It's like, fuck it, roofing him. It's like, oh, man.
Get the rag.
All right.
I mean-
we'll get out of here. Go ahead, Caroline. Sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna open up another thread, and we can move that.
This is a podcast.
Open it.
Continue.
Open it.
I might have been like looking down at my phone at this point, so this might be a stupid question, but when we saw the chemicals, the memory chemicals getting brought up the stairs we put in the water supply, I had clocked that. I thought that was just for Juliet. I didn't think that was for the entire silo. I thought that they had seen her not swallowing the pills, and so we're like, oh, we gotta like get the shit in the water instead because she's now not swallowing the pills. But was there a conversation about them erasing the entire memory that I just like was not paying attention enough to notice?
No, I don't think you missed it. It was just very, very quick. It was a line like before, because they mentioned the vitamin D supply, and that's what they're tying into the memory.
Okay.
So it was a very quick conversation, and I don't think you were supposed to understand what was happening till the end of the episode when it cuts back to the conversation with Camille and the AI being like, well, hopefully she doesn't remember before the rest of the silo forgets.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Yep. That's yeah, they're gonna delete the memory low and slow. Let's just say, like, to use cooking terms, I guess.
So is this the same thing that they did 140 years ago with Salvador Quinn, and then they erased all of the like books and tapes and shit from before the rebellion?
Which is why Juliet doesn't know about like the real ending of Romeo and Juliet. Like,
right. Mm-hmm. So they're just so the AI is just hitting rinse and repeat. Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
Yep.
But with the new twist, and depending on what like has been done, I'll tell you more after I stop recording, so I don't spoil it for everyone else. But Caroline, tell them where they can find you.
yeah. Thank you guys for having me. This is really fun. I love prestige television. I'm normally talking about Amityville movies. I host a podcast called Amityvilleville. It is from PRX and Radiotopia. I host it with the very iconic Alex Goldman, formerly Reply All, currently of his other show Hyperfix, which is kind of Reply All coded, very answering questions about the internet. But yeah, Alex and I, for some reason, decided that we wanted to watch every single Amityville horror movie. Which you would think that would be a pretty easy task. It is not. There are about 94 of them at the moment. And I'll say we started this podcast in March. There were 92 at that time. So I fear we're never, like, this is going to be a lifelong situation. So yeah, go check us out if you're into terrible horror. A lot of incest, unfortunately, in this series.
We watch Game of Thrones here.
Yeah, it's a lot, but we have fun with it. Yeah, and I guess you can find me on Instagram. I'm at Coraline Maria, I believe. And I don't really. I'm on Twitter and Blue Sky too, but I could not remember either of my handles if you put a gun to my head at the moment. So, yeah, find me on Instagram, baby.
You guys let us know. You guys know where to find me and Cough. If remember, we're gonna make the hashtags. If you hate her, it's not my Sam. If you like her, you say love new Sam.
Is this like the one woman that you have on in rotation? Like is
yeah, we can't have more because then
God
if
forbid.
we fuck up the ratio. We're a girl pod. We can't have more than one black dude, or we're just the Midnight Boys. And then like we can only have one neck beard at a time. So
yeah,
if Cough Soon as he has that Twitter pipe bomb blow up, we'll just get a new one and replace him.
All right. Well,
There's plenty. I'm a dime a dozen, so you know.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to throw me in with Sam, like you can have me as a diversity hire on that one, as like a part of the LGBTQ community. You know, I don't know.
Bridgerton only. Bridgerton only. If you could save me from Bridgerton, that would be fucking.
I can't say that I have watched past the first episode, but you know, that was like New Year's Eve 2020, so I could go back into it probably.
Oh wow, she just like me for real. And I guess we'll end it right there. Scott's gonna be pissed. She's like, "Why did people fall off right here?" It's like, I told you to get out of the pod quick. Well, Alfredo left, and this is his job. Well, I love you guys as always. It's me,
Alfredo's
Jagger
fault.
May. It is Alfredo's fault. That's on him for getting a job. It's me, Jagger May. That's Matthew Coffhammer, and that's Caroline Thompson sometimes around here. Love you guys, and we'll see you next time.